My retirement has collapsed. Will I be okay? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is deeply personal and important to me. It's a topic that I hope many of you will find both relatable and inspirational. I'll get to my story in a moment, but first, I want to assure you that even if you feel like it's just too late in life to be starting over, I promise you it's not. I know how frightening it can be when your plans for a secure future fall apart. But I'm here to remind you that it's never too late to reinvent yourself and find new paths forward to find happiness and success. Let's start by talking about a shake machine salesman who at the age of 53 partnered with a struggling little hamburger stand in California. In 1959, he purchased the company and transformed it into the McDonald's franchise we know today. His story is a testament to the fact that age is just a number when it comes to achieving greatness. Now, Ray Kroc wasn't alone in finding success later in life. Aristotle, the great Greek philosopher, didn't devote himself to writing and philosophy until he was nearly 50, which was really old back then. People just didn't live that long. His work laid the foundation for the science of happiness that we know and love today, proving that fulfillment often comes when we're aligned with our passions. And speaking of aligning with your passions, do you know the story of Grandma Moses? She began painting in her 70s after her husband had died. Despite never taking a single art class, her work was discovered by an art collector, and she became a very celebrated artist, even having her work displayed in the Museum of Modern Art. Then there's a lady who, after struggling with depression and bouncing from job to job, decided to pursue her love of writing children's fantasy novels. She found immense success with the Harry Potter series. J.K. Rowling started her writing career much later than most. And speaking of Harry Potter, another inspirational example is Alan Rickman. Initially, he worked as a graphic designer and didn't get his big acting break until he was in his 40s. He went on to become an iconic actor, famously known for his role as Professor Snappy in the Harry Potter series. Now, these are just a few stories that demonstrate that setbacks, delays, and changes in career paths can lead to incredible opportunities. It's about embracing the journey and being open to new possibilities, no matter what your age is. So if you're feeling lost or uncertain about your future, please take heart from these examples, whether it's pursuing a hidden passion like Mozart, who found his stride in music, or shifting careers entirely like my friend Gail, who went from being a stockbroker to a numerologist in her mid-60s. There's always a way forward. Remember, success doesn't have to precede happiness. In fact, the reverse is better. Often it's the pursuit of what truly makes you happy that ultimately leads to your success. It's about finding your true self and aligning your actions with your core desires. So if you're wondering, will I be okay? The answer is yes. It's never too late to create the life you want. Embrace the changes, pursue your passions, and know that every setback is just a setup for a greater comeback. I'll share more about my setback stories in a moment. Tom and I experienced a major life setback after the 2008 crash, as I explained in this video. At age 60, Tom got a job for the first time in 25 years, doing something completely new. And he loved it. Owning his own company, a strong electrical engineering background, and his newly minted merchant marine captain's license positioned him as a highly desirable shipyard supervisor. He was hired over a beer on a dock next to our boat in the Panama City downtown marina a week after we landed there. Now, my story begins with a classic tale. I was a high school sweetheart who married her first love. We supported each other through college and his medical school, dreaming of a bright future together. But life had other plans. And just when we thought we had it all figured out, I was blindsided. My husband announced he didn't want to be married anymore. We had just bought a house in Southern California, and I was left alone, devastated, and without a support system. With no family or close friends nearby, I felt utterly alone. I had no idea what to do next. I had spent so much of my life supporting his dreams that I'd neglected to think about what I wanted. So I decided to create a plan B. I enrolled in law school, thinking if I could just get through it, everything would be fine. But then life threw another curveball. I got fired from my job in the real estate industry. And getting fired was another massive blow. But in hindsight, it was a blessing in disguise. It allowed me to go to law school full time and finish up much faster than I would have otherwise. That period of my life taught me one crucial lesson. With the right support system, you can get through just about anything. The key to my survival was community. I didn't have one in California, as we'd recently moved from another state. But a friend suggested I attend a divorce recovery workshop at a local church. I was hesitant, but desperate enough to give it a try. Walking into that room and seeing hundreds of people going through the same thing I was life-changing. I realized I wasn't alone, and that epiphany gave me the strength to move forward. Fast forward to today, and my life is very different. I'm happily married to Tom, and we've built a wonderful life together. Looking back, I'm grateful for all the hardships because they led me to where I am now. If my first marriage hadn't ended, I wouldn't have met Tom. It's a reminder that sometimes life's biggest challenges can lead to the most beautiful outcomes. So what's the big takeaway from all of this? If you're struggling with a life setback, loneliness, or feeling isolated, find a community, join a group. It doesn't matter what it is, a book club, a hiking group, anything that brings people together. Many studies show that having a strong support system can have a more profound health benefit than quitting smoking or losing weight. I challenge you to take one small step today. Reach out, join a group, and start building those connections. You never know where it might lead you or how it might help you navigate life's unexpected challenges. Thank you for watching and for being part of my community. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share your own stories in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Remember, no matter how tough things get, with the right support, you will be okay. Dream big and act on it daily. Bye for now.